Happy Thursday. We are live, friends. Let's see, every Thursday I try to go live and we talk about health and fitness. For those of you new here, welcome. My name is Lisa. I am a certified personal trainer and faster way to fat loss coach. I have been in the health and fitness field for 17 years. I have trained everyone, seen it all, done it all. I now specialize in working with women over 40 to really help them balance their hormones naturally through nutrition and exercise. But today we're going to talk about a little bit of a different topic. I want to talk about empty nesting with you guys and what your life can look like going forward. Okay, so first off, I just want to shout out, it is the Minnesota Twins home opener, so woohoo! Even though I don't live in the area, we are going to watch it on TV. Baseball season means spring, means warm weather, means summer is almost here, which if you live in the Midwest, we're sick of winter, we're sick of the cold. We need warm weather and sunshine. All right, so let me grab a drink. Let's talk about empty nesting. So if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that our son is in college. He's in his third year. So this is our third year of kind of being an empty nester. We only have the one, so it's just me and my husband here. And I just want to talk a little bit about that because that can have an impact on your health and fitness. Because anytime there's a big life change, like kids going away to college or moving out of the home, or even like kids starting a new season in their life, whether it's maybe a job, but they still live at home, starting a new grade, starting a new school, anything like that. It does impact you and it can impact your health and wellness. So, excuse me, I'm still like getting over this cold that I've had for what feels like forever. Anywho, speaking specifically of empty nesting, if you are in that stage of your life right now, I want you to know that now is really the perfect time to focus on you. Focus on your health, focus on your workouts, and focus on feeling your best. Because what you do now in your 40s and 50s will reflect how you will feel in your 70s. So if right now you currently don't work out, maybe you haven't worked out in a really long time, that's okay. You can start now. And that's what you want to do. Because as we get older, it's more important to have muscle on our body than it is to be a certain weight on the scale. It's more important for you to be consistent with your nutrition and your workouts and drinking your water than it is for you to look a certain way. Now, we all want to be healthy. We all might have like a goal weight in mind or a goal image in mind, but being consistent with your workouts, learning how to eat and lift for your body is the number one thing you can do for longevity as we get older. So if you want to stay out of the nursing home, you need to start squatting. You need to start getting down on the floor and back up again unassisted. So these are all things that you can start to do now as you have more time on your hands. Now you might be thinking, I don't feel like I have more time on my hands, but honey, you do. Because you're not shuttling your kids to baseball practice anymore, and you don't have any baseball games you have to go watch anymore. You do have more time on your hands, you just need to prioritize that time. So right now is the perfect time to start your health and fitness journey because there is no better time like the present to start. All right, next thing I want to talk about, this is what I struggle with, is like having that time and then like not knowing what to do with it, okay? So try new hobbies. Now, this is what I've been doing. Like I am talking to myself right now when I tell you guys this. When your kids get older, or even if you're not empty nesting, they tend to need you less, right? Like they can start to drive themselves to practice, things of that nature. All of a sudden, you have a little bit more time on your hands. How are you going to use that time? So instead of sitting on the couch watching TV, what if you try a new hobby? What if you try a new sport yourself? What if you try a new recipe? If you are bored with your life, or if you are bored with your day-to-day routine, it's up to you to switch things up and try something new. So for example, myself, Last year I took golf lessons. So a golf course near here did something called like Ladies Night Out, and it's, I think, 8-week program. And we meet once a week for a couple of hours. It's a 1-hour lesson with a golf pro on how to golf. So each week we go over something different. Then the golf pro will take us out on the golf course and he'll golf with us. And as we golf, he'll tell us like what we're doing wrong and how to fix it. So it's like a real life experience. And no, we don't get through all 9 holes or 18 holes. We maybe get through 3 or 4. It kind of depends on how long everyone wants to golf for, when we started, when is the sun setting. And it was really fun. Now, I completely suck at golf. I can't hit the ball very far. A lot of the other girls drive really far. I'm really amazed at them. I got to work on my short game this year. That's my goal. But it's just something fun to do, to meet new people, to get outside, and try something new. You know, I've never really golfed before, but this is something that I can do anywhere. It's something that I can just go to the golf course by myself if I wanted to. But I've made some connections with other people. And even after our 8-week session was up, we even met a few times on our own. Us ladies did, and golfed 9 holes. And it's just fun. It's fun. And we're doing it again this year. So I'm really looking forward to that. The other thing, I like to, I wouldn't say necessarily garden. I have like planter boxes, or I plant in pots. It's easier. I don't want to like dig up the ground, and this used to be like a field that's probably full of like glyphosate and chemicals, so I don't want anything grown in that ground. So I've had fun with that. I'm like trying a new technique of square gardening. So I tried that last year. That worked. I'm going to try it again this year. But again, I've been reaching out to people and I'm like, hey, I know you garden. Can you give me some tips? So it's just like a nice way to reach out to people you maybe haven't talked to in a while, or just a nice way to meet new people who have some of the same interests as you. Now, is gardening like my all? No, like I could take it or leave it. But again, it's something to do outside in the summer. It's something that keeps me occupied, and it is actually really nice to be able to go out there and just pick my own tomatoes or peppers, or pick my own herbs, and use them for supper at night. It's really nice. I don't have to go to the grocery store. I actually love it. It's like, just pop outside and pick my basil for tonight. It's perfect. So, give some new hobbies a try, or maybe revisit what you liked to do when you were younger, like when you were in your 20s, maybe before you had kids. What did you like to do? And do that again. If you are having issues with being an empty nester, I'm going to recommend this book. It's called Doing Life with Your Adult Children. My church did a study group on this. And so there was, a handful of us couples that got together for 7 weeks, and we read each chapter and just kind of talked about it. And it was really nice. This book, not all of it applies to me, because a lot of, some of it is about stepchildren. Some of it is about when your kids are married. I'm not at that stage yet. But it gives some really practical tips for the stage I'm at right now. And I can always just hold on to the book and refer back to it when I get to those stages in my life. But the other thing it did was it got me to meet some people that are also in this stage of their life as well. So we've met some, the other couples in our church group, same stage of life, and we've continued to get together. So we get together like once a month and just do a fun activity. And so that's been fun too. It doesn't mean you have to be best friends with everybody, but it's just a nice way to have something to look forward to get out of the house, and you never know, they might become your best friends. All right. And then my last thing I want to talk about is making friends, because again, talking to myself on this, it is really hard as an adult to make friends, especially if you're in a new area. So we moved to a new area the first year my son went to college, and I know nobody here. I know my sister-in-laws and my brother-in-laws, but besides that, and they're busy. They have their own families. Their kids are younger. They're busy with their own things. They can't be my friends all the time. I have a really hard time finding friends. Now, people would think I wouldn't. I am an extrovert. I love being around people. But other people generally already have their friends. They've generally lived here for many years. They don't really want new friends, because making new friends takes a lot of work. It takes a long time. Like Mel Robbins talks about this in some of her podcasts. She's got some great podcast episodes on this if you want to go back and listen to them. But what I have found, A lot of things haven't worked for me. A few things have worked for me. And it's basically just putting yourself out there. Like, for example, I went to a yoga studio and this one gal kind of looked friendly. So after class, I just said to her, hey, I'm new to the area. What's your favorite coffee shop here? And we got talking and we've met for coffee a few times and she's great. She's great. We text every now and then. She's fantastic. But it's just doing things like that and being uncomfortable with asking people. And I know it might sound weird, like my son's like, you sound like a crazy person. I know, I might sound like a crazy person saying to you, if I were to go to yoga with you, hey, what's your favorite coffee shop here? But I don't think that sounds crazy. Like if someone were to ask me that, I'd be like, oh yeah, well, this is my favorite coffee shop. And I would tell them. And there are some people you can tell that just don't want to talk to you. And that's okay. That's on them. Because like, I'm amazing people. But anyway, I would just say if you're trying to find friends, especially if you're older like I am, it is extremely hard, and just know it takes a little bit more time, work, and effort. But you can find them, and maybe it'll take longer, but that's okay. And again, I feel like friendships evolve, right? Like the friends you had in high school, you might not be as close to anymore as you used to be. And as we get older, in our 70s, you're probably going to find different friends than you have now in your 40s and 50s. So remember, friendships continually evolve. People come in and out of your lives for different reasons. And it doesn't mean you can't ever be friends with them again. It just means they might be more acquaintances now than friends. And you might have new people now that are your friends that you hang out with. It also depends on proximity, right? Like, so we moved, so I don't see a lot of my friends as often anymore because they live 4 hours away from me. Doesn't mean they're not my friends. I just can't call them up on a random Tuesday and be like, hey, want to come over for coffee? Because they're not going to drive 4 hours. But I have found people that are close by that I can say that to. So I just wanted to pop in here. I know this isn't really health and fitness related, but it is wellness related. Because if you don't feel good mentally, if you don't feel good about your life, then it's really hard to be healthy in your body, mind, and soul if you don't feel good about your life. So again, if you feel like you're bored, if you feel like your life is boring, if you're just like, oh, this is like another random Thursday, nothing to do, then make it exciting. Try a new recipe. Try a new hobby. Catch the local sporting game. Cheer on the Twins with me. Do something that's a little bit different. Go try a new restaurant. Like, my husband and I don't do that, but that might be a tip for you. We do try new recipes. I generally tend to just make everything at home. So we try a lot of new recipes and we try new foods. So that's exciting. But you have to kind of do a little refresh of your life as an empty nester and say, what do I want to try out? What haven't I tried because I've been so busy the last 18 years? And what can I do now? And remember, it's not too late to try something new. So if you're interested and have a passion for health and fitness, you might want to check out owning a faster way business, because that is something that you could do and share it with others. So if you're interested in that, just drop the word health below and I'll send you the link for the certification call that is happening today. All right, everyone, let's go Twins. Hopefully they win. The game's at 3 Central Time today. So cheer them on with me and I'll talk to you guys soon.